Good morning, first grade. Today we are taking a look at lesson 61 for math. Today, what we are going to be doing is we are learning how to add two-digit numbers with regrouping using dimes and pennies. So if I have 24 cents, how would I show 24 cents using the fewest dimes and pennies? Well, you would tell me, well, Mrs. Friedrichs, you're going to use 2 dimes and you're going to use 4 pennies. We've been working with that for a long time already, Mrs. Friedrichs. Yeah, I would say, yep, you're right. Well, we're going to show it today. I'm going to put dimes here. I'm going to put pennies over here. If you have scratch paper or your own whiteboard and you want to be doing this with me, that is super. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw 2 dimes and I'm going to draw 4 pennies. Now, I'm going to add 63 cents. So I started with 24 cents and I'm going to add 63 cents. How are we going to show 63 cents using the fewest dimes and pennies? 3 more pennies, and how many dimes? 6. Okay, so how can we find out how much money we have altogether? Well, we can add up our pennies and then we can add up our dimes. We always add the pennies up first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I know that I have 7 pennies. And how many dimes do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put a cent sign, I know I have 87 cents. Well, let's count that just to double check. Remember that dimes are worth 10 cents. I have to count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87. So I do have 87 cents. And now if I wanted to change it up and write the problem vertically, it's going to be giving us the exact same answer. So 24 cents plus, 63 cents. I always have to start over here. Excuse me, this is our penny spot. 4 plus 3, 7. Now I can move to my dimes. 2 plus 6 is 8. So I have 87 cents. Okay, so altogether I had 7 pennies and I had 8 dimes for 87 cents. Okay, what if I have 48 cents? Well, I'm going to have 4 dimes and I'm going to have 8 pennies. And I'm going to add 21 cents to it. So I'm going to add 1 more penny and I'll add 2 dimes. So 1 penny, 2 dimes. And now we need to know how much money that is altogether. Well, we can count how many pennies we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 pennies. That'll go in the penny spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dimes. 69 cents. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. Well, let's show that vertically. 48 cents plus 21 cents. We always start with our pennies. That's this spot here. Far right is always the pennies. 8 plus 1 is 9. Now I may go to my dimes. 4 plus 2 is 6. Okay, now this time we are going to do a problem that you're going to notice is just a little bit different. board cleaned up a little bit for us. All right, so this time we have 37 cents. And how will we show 37 cents using the fewest dimes and pennies? I'll use 3 dimes, and I'm going to use 7 pennies. Now, this time, I'm going to add 23 cents. How many dimes and how many pennies? 2 dimes. How many pennies? 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, let's count the coins to find out how much money we have altogether. We're going to start with the dimes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We know that we have 5 dimes. Now let's count the pennies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now remember that we've talked about trading before, that if you have at least 10 pennies, you can trade some of them and replace it with a dime. So do we have enough pennies here to trade it for a dime? If I have 10 pennies, I can trade it for a dime. Do I have 10 pennies? Yes, I do. So I'm going to get rid of these pennies. And in place of the pennies, I'm going to put another dime. So instead of having 5 dimes, now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dimes. So I have 6 dimes and I have 0 pennies. How much money is that? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. That is 60 cents. Now, I'm going to write this problem vertically, and I need you to pay close attention because this is new. Okay, I'm going to divide my line down. Sorry, it's not very straight. And I'm going to start over here with my pennies. Always have to start with the pennies. When we're writing vertically, we have to make sure that our numbers line up exactly how they need to be. The pennies need to stay underneath the pennies, and the dimes need to stay underneath the dimes. Okay? So 7 plus 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, since we have 10 pennies, we know that we traded it for a dime. So we're going to put a 1, a small 1, below the dimes column. This shows that we traded 10 pennies. This shows the dime that we traded the 10 pennies for. And we didn't have any pennies left. So we're going to write a 0 in the pennies column to show that we don't have any pennies left. Now I want you to notice something. You can see that I have the number 10 here, don't I? We can see that this was 10 pennies. Now we're going to add up the dimes. We have to add up the 3 plus the 2. 3 plus 2 is 5. And then I need to add 1 more dime. Remember, we traded. So 5 plus 1 is 6. So how much money do I have? I have 60 cents. Now, first grade, it is really important that if you put the 1 right underneath this 2, that you don't forget it, first of all. And second of all, it has to be above the equal sign line. Do not get tempted to put it in where your answer is, or you'll get a very wrong answer. Let's go ahead and do one more problem like this. All right. Let's do 56 cents plus 36 cents. Okay. Now, as you know, we could totally draw all these out, but I think that you are going to get the picture real fast here. I have to first add up my pennies. 6 plus 6. What is 6 plus 6? 6 plus 6 is 12. Since we had 12, we had enough to be able to borrow, or to carry, didn't we? To trade. So I traded 10 of my pennies for 1 dime, and I still had 2 pennies left over. Notice my answer of 12 is still right there. Now I'm going to go to my dimes and I'm going to add. 5 plus 3 is 8, and 8 plus 1 is 9. So we have 92 cents. I want to do one more with you. 17 cents plus 48 cents. Okay, I'll put my line down here to make it easier for us. We have to start over here with our pennies. 7 plus 8. What is 7 plus 8? Double and add 1. 14 plus 1 more is 15. So 15 pennies means I have plenty to trade for a dime. So I'm trading and I'm adding a dime to what I have, and I have 5 left over. So I'm putting a 5 down below. Okay, you can still see that I have my answer of 15. The 1 is now just traded over into the dime spot. Now I need to add up my dimes second. 1 plus 4 is 5, and 5 plus 1 is 6. So my answer is 65 cents. Now, tomorrow you are going to have a chance to use your own worksheet, and we are going to practice finding answers to addition problems, just like these problems that we just did together. So if you had your whiteboard that you maybe had at your house, if you have that out, go ahead and you're going to put that to the side. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to work through our guided class practice right away. So go ahead and get your guided class practice out. Put your name on your paper. And today is the 14th. Can you believe we're halfway through December already? So it's the 14th today. So go ahead and write 12-14-2020. All right, here we go. Gina has 4 dimes. How much money does she have? Well, 4 dimes means I have to count by tens 4 times. 10, 20, 30, 40. So she has 40 cents. Allison has 3 dimes. How much money does she have? Well, we have to count by tens 3 times. 10, 20, 30. How much money do they have altogether? Well, that means we need to add this up, don't we? 40 cents plus 30 cents equals what? What's 40 plus 30? Remember, you can just add up these numbers here. 4 plus 3 is 7, and those are zeros. Put a 0. 70 cents. So what will my answer be? My answer will be 70 cents. You do need a ruler today. You need to draw a 5-inch line segment. So you need to make sure that you're on the inches side, first of all. And then you need to start at the dot. And you're going to be going all the way to the 5. I hold my ruler down nice and firm, and then I take my pencil and I draw right along the side of the ruler. Stop when I get to the 5. Okay. Number 3, we need to find the sums. You can see we have 2 different ways that we need to find sums today. These problems here, we are looking to find answers, sums of 10. So 1 plus 7 plus 9 plus 2. I notice that 1 and 9 are a sum of 10. And then I have the number 7 and 2 that I didn't use. So 7 and 2 I'm going to circle, remember. What are 7 plus 2? 7 plus 2 is 9. So I have 10 plus 9. And what does that equal? 19. Now our second problem here, we have 5 plus 6 plus 2 plus 4 plus 3. And we want to find if we have any sums of 10. Well, I see that we have 6 plus 4. That's a sum of 10. And then I also see here we have 5, 2, and 3. And when I have those numbers, just with 2 of them, none of them are together are going to make 10. But let's add up those numbers and see what it gives us. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my! So all together, it gives me 10. So 10 plus 10. What's 10 plus 10? 10 plus 10 is 20. Okay. Now these problems here are review. They didn't give us new ones where we had to regroup it all. So we are still starting with our pennies. 7 plus 1 is 8. Go to your dimes. 4 plus 5 is 9. So you have 98 cents. And then let's do this other problem here. 3 plus 2 is 5. Go to your dimes. 1 plus 7 is 8. And so I have 85 cents here. Now, number 4 is kind of fun. You get to be the teacher. You're going to circle the mistakes with a crayon and write the correct answers. So we have to look and see which of these problems are correct and which of them are not correct. If they're not correct, we're going to circle them with a crayon and we are going to write the correct answers. So let's go ahead and take a look. This says 37 plus 10 equals 47. Is that true? Yes, it is. So we're not going to do anything with that one. Number 2 here says divide the circle into fourths and shade 1/4. We'll take a look at our circle. Is our circle divided equally? No, it's not. So I need to go ahead and I need to circle the circle. I'm going to redraw a circle and I'm going to shade it into fourths correctly, doing the best I can. And I need to shade 1/4. It doesn't matter which of these pieces I shade, just as long as you shade only one of them. Okay, now let's look at number 3. Show 23 using tally marks. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, but I need 23. So I'll just go ahead and circle this. And I need to show 23 tally marks. So we'll just draw it over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, tally up to 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, tally up to 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, tally up to 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, tally up to 20. 21, 22, 23. I need to stop because that's the number we needed. And number 4, put the numbers in order from least to greatest. 24, 37, 32. Do you see the problem? Circle 37 and 32. Those aren't in the right order, are they? 37 is bigger than 32. So go ahead and put 32 right there and 37 next to 32 after you've circled it. Awesome job being the teacher. The backside is going to look exactly the same. So go ahead and make sure that you are reading the directions. Have an adult read it to you if you need help. You have money. I would separate it and I would put how much it's worth on the top for each one. Find your sums. Remember, you want to find sums of 10 first. And to start with your pennies over here. Pretend you're the teacher. Use that crayon and write the correct answers if it's wrong. Okay? When you are done with the back side, then you will go ahead and put this into your Monday folder.